Eddie McCready also had a significant role in Chelsea's League Cup history, scoring the winning goal in the 1965 League Cup final against Leicester, the first time they won this trophy. Well, they've had plenty to say in the dressing room, but the players still have more to say to each other in both camps. Mikel Arteta has faced Liam Rosenior in a cup final, the 2014 FA Cup final, when Rosenior's Hull City side took a 2-goal lead in the first 8 minutes, only to be beaten by Arteta's Arsenal 3-2. Declan Rice, a former schoolboy here at Chelsea, who was released at the age of 14. Now as a 27-year-old today, he gets this first leg and he gets it back from Timber. Trossard finding a route flight. Game between these two, 45 days ago. He's drawn it in anyway. He gets his shot away, which does get a little nick and earns Arsenal another corner.
They did well there, Gyökeres. Kept hold of it, took responsibility and engineered half a yard to get his shot away. Could have passed it back.
This is Fofana. Touch and Zubimendi's won it back. Rice slot and Esteban looking to find a pathway through. The corner's given, even though Chalabar might have thought he played it against him, but he's actually hurt himself in the process.
I think all opponents would be trying to avoid giving away, indeed lie at Arsenal.
Palmer for Chelsea. And this side that hopes to surge up the table has the early advantage over their long-time rivals.
Well, they've started the better, no doubt about that. Whether it's harsh, whether it's not, Chelsea have been better in this opening quarter of an hour. They've asked more questions, they've stitched a few passes together, they've played the majority of the half in Arsenal territory, and that's a really cool slot from...
Coming back as the kick is taken. Away from the kick, it's Odegaard who takes, cleared by Chalabar, but Zubimendi lashes it over.
An easy one, quite high, had to get up and over it.
Neto on the stretch, drives. Pedro's cross, it's beyond the reach of Pedro Neto. And Pedro's managed to free himself. Wanted it through, it's Achiampong who's through for Chelsea. And he was offside anyway.
He's a talented boy, Achiampong, but maybe it fell to the wrong person.
Yeah, sends in his kick, hands on it, but not too convinced. And it's a clear header for Ben White. And the player who scored his last 2 goals against Chelsea way back in April 2024 gets off the mark here and gives Arsenal an early advantage in the semi-final.
But that's just incredible, isn't it? How easy was that for Ben White? They didn't have to do anything particularly special here, Arsenal. Yeah, the ball was delivered well, but Sanchez just gets blocked out, quite possibly by his own players here, and waves a hand at it and really gets nowhere near. I don't think Ben White was expecting it, but it's an instinctive duck of the head, and I don't think he can believe it ends up in the back of the net. Such a soft goal from Chelsea's point of view. Incredible. When you look at Arsenal, how do we cope with these set pieces, these corners particularly? You'll have a plan, but Chelsea's plan's fallen.
Chelsea have picked it up here with Enzo Fernandez going for it. Enzo Fernandez lifts his corner, tries to get it on top of Arisa Balaga, but just misjudges it into the side netting.
Yeah, he had a couple of those actually at Fulham.
And Saka looking to set Gyökeres. Switch of play from Salih, the spectre yesterday. There might have been a doubt. Ben White in support, pulls it right across. Gyökeres! Well, he couldn't miss from that range, but that feels like a big moment for the striker. A goal in a big game.
Well, you can see what it means to him, and maybe most importantly his teammates. They're delighted for him. It's a poacher's effort, to say the least, this. But Sanchez again doesn't come out of it favourably. But there's a potential offside maybe over on that right hand side. Saka and Cucurella. No, that's on. He just takes the weight off it, Sanchez. Perfectly into the path of Gyökeres, who will take that all day long, whether from a yard or 18, it doesn't matter. Oh, through two hands. It's like a bar of soap.
Neto into Esteval, block by João Pedro. Esteval. Well, Gabriel couldn't be sure and had to head it behind.
Yeah, not sure whether it was going to be on target, but it's a threatening effort.
We're given space to run into. Saliba's foul. Sanchez does get to that one. Rice underneath it with a head. Neto delivering with a cross. It's all the way through to Garnacho! And Chelsea get a foothold! Off the bench to get them back in it. It's Alejandro Garnacho.
Well, he's just hung out at that far post. It's so easy for a wide player to go in too early, but he doesn't, Garnacho. Pedro Neto does ever so well with the ball in. And look at Garnacho on the far post, just hoping it's going to come his way. First touch is enough to allow him to get the second away. Squirms maybe through the legs of Kepa. But boy, did they need this, Chelsea. The two-legged tie.
Here's Achiampong. And Saka came in on it. Chance! Marino is blocked.
Well, this looked like a really good save. It's just all about scrapping for possession here.
So trying to play with a cross to Cucurella, but he has to retreat for Gyökeres. Laid off for Zubamendi to strike! And just when Arsenal's command had been called into question, Zubamendi reinforces their determination to get this job done in 90 minutes rather than over two legs.
Yeah, it's a big, big goal. You can see the disappointment amongst the Chelsea players. He knows it's huge. Arsenal know it's huge. Just as Chelsea were coming back at the visitors, trying to get an equaliser. Gyökeres has got one goal. He's got an assist now as well with that little flick. But doesn't Zubamendi just shift the ball well to find himself some space?
Joining him in that quest. Gabriel came in round the back and headed it into the ground with such force it went over.
Yeah, just got above it.
The corner. Struck by Odegaard. So his corner. Garnacho with a hit! He's done it again! A second lifeline offered to Chelsea by the substitute. Liam Rosenior threw on in this second half. And they've got it back to within one.
Well, I tell you what, that was not an easy take for Garnacho. And again, he just holds his position. It's not often Arsenal get done in these set-piece situations.